Alrighty, boys, we are back with another reaction. Sorry about that. And yeah, let's just say, let's just say that Asmongold and all the people who were talking about not going to TwitchCon this year. Let's just say, they were right. Hell, look at that. There's a video right there talking about it. For anybody who doesn't know, basically TwitchCon, a little bit of controversy this year due to all the stuff going on with Twitch and whatnot. But obviously some people still went. Asmongold and others, knowing how bad it is right now at Twitch, basically, announced that at this point they see it that it's too dangerous to be going to TwitchCon, especially with the previous incidents that have been going on, especially with female streamers, unfortunately getting harassed or assaulted, all that other stuff, stuff that shouldn't be happening, but it is. And in this case, Emarichu, a pretty popular Twitch streamer, was unfortunately assaulted at TwitchCon this year. And she spoke out a bit recently. I haven't seen everything yet. I've just been seeing everything that's been going on around it, and everybody, basically blaming Twitch for what's going on. And yeah, we're about to be getting into it. But like I said in the beginning of this video, if you didn't go to TwitchCon this year, you made a smart decision. Honestly, you did, because apparently they haven't fixed their problem, and I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised in the slightest. I think the funniest thing about this whole situation is how many people are mad that Asmongold was right about Twitch being, TwitchCon being really, really not safe this year, and the fact that until they fix their problems, nobody should be going. I think that's the funniest thing, because I remember I was on TikTok earlier and just looking at some videos, and I saw this, come around, I looked in the comment section, and there were so many idiots that were so mad that, like, there were some comments in there talking about, I'm mad that Asmongold was actually right about this. Like, there are so many people who are in denial that Asmongold was right about TwitchCon not being safe this year and that it was a good idea not to go. It's funny. They got that man in his head rent-free, but that's besides the point. I just found that funny. Let's go ahead and get straight into it, though. And leave your comments and all that down below after the video is done. Also I'll leave this guy's channel and all that in the description below, all that good stuff. And let's go ahead and get straight into it, because yeah, this situation is kind of stupid, and I wouldn't be surprised if Emarichu ends up basically suing Twitch for what happened here, because there's a lot that happened. I heard that she was supposed to be going in with her bodyguards, and apparently TwitchCon security basically didn't let them in, which kind of led to this situation, let alone, I guess, I don't know all the details once again, but apparently TwitchCon's like security that they did have in there were really just negligent, to be honest. Really negligent with the person who, I guess, assaulted Emarichu. So yeah, it's pretty bad. And Twitch has already been in a rough spot as it is as a platform with all the stuff that's been going on with it, let alone TwitchCon that people have been talking about with all the controversy around it. So it ain't looking too hot for them. It ain't looking too hot. And honestly, Dan Clancy just needs to be fired at this point, because he's not doing a good job with anything he's been doing for the last couple of years.
Break from the Collargate situation. I know, after reaching double-digit episodes regarding that situation yesterday, we're going to do a bit of a side quest that is also somewhat related to that as well. We're going to talk about Twitch, specifically TwitchCon, which is underway in San Diego right now. There is a very disturbing situation where a popular streamer was assaulted during a meet and greets.
Yep.
And there is a lot of concerns about the lack of security in the...
And take this with a grain of salt. I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently the person that assaulted her, apparently there were people who seen who the dude was, as right before it happened. Whoever it was apparently walked through somebody else's meet and greet and past security. Like, the security just let this person through all the stuff before he got to her, and then actually assaulted her. Like, it's crazy, bro. It's actually nuts. Once again, take that with a grain of salt. Unless we got official news on what happened, who knows? But yeah, it's bad.
Fact that allegedly she had her own personal security banned from the events, and they weren't able to be there to protect her. And there's all sorts of wild claims coming out about this convention and the security that they promised to provide. TwitchCon promised
Bro,
to keep
it's
people safe at Twitch.
it's such a joke at this point, bro, because they've been talking about promising to keep people safe at TwitchCon for a long period of time now, and every year you always hear some shit, especially in the VTuber community. You always hear some bullshit whenever it comes to TwitchCon, like about, either, SA happening, unfortunately, or Soul, or just anything, bro. Like, TwitchCon has been a joke for the last couple of years, man. It really has been. It's crazy.
TwitchCon, well, it seems that they failed. Now, that's a lot of bad news, and that's going to be really the focus of today's video, but here's a bit of good news in case you didn't see it yesterday. I just made my biggest drop
Ad time
ever with Advanced, a whole bundle of new items for you guys to check out, including a new flavor jar, my Jolly Pop flavor jar, which is a energy boost, which is not like the typical energy drinks that give you a crash afterwards. This is fueled by green tea. It is much more natural for you, and this flavor is supposed to be profiled by blue raspberry, and it is delicious. I tried it out myself. I worked with the team to work on this flavor. This is not just some limited edition jar. This is a permanent staple on their website, and also among that, I am now Senpai Shaker official #3 on their website. And here's...
But I'm not gonna lie, this is off topic from what we're about to be talking about here, but it'd be pretty cool to get myself a cup like that with my VTuber on it. That'd be cool as fuck.
The plastic shaker I'm featured on, and also there are hoodies for you to check out as well with some original artwork. And if you want to go into all these items, there are bundles that'll help you save a good amount of money if you want to buy more than just one product. But you can check this out for yourself. I'll put a link to this in the pinned comment, and make sure to use code REV at checkout to get 10% off your total advanced order. Now, let's go back into the dark times, the bad news for today.
Here we go.
So this is the headline coming out. Twitch is quote-unquote responding after popular streamer Emiru was assaulted during a meet and greet at TwitchCon 2025. Now, we talked about Emiru maybe like 2 months ago because she made some comments about the H3H3.
This is the same. Nah, I think I reacted to something like this, where she made comments about the whole H3H3 thing and Hassan and their whole entire beef that they're having, and then a bunch of, Hassan followers basically just started harassing her and shit. Like, yeah, no, I remember this. Damn, it's been 2 months since that happened. Sheesh, time flies by, dude. Nah, I remember this.
Copyright infringement lawsuits where she basically said copyright infringement bad, and then a bunch of people canceled her.
Yeah,
it was a ridiculous.
It was bad, bro. That shit was stupid.
As ridiculous as that was, this is much worse. She was assaulted during a meet and greet, and there's a lot of questions coming out about what happened. How did this happen? How did anything get to this level where someone walked up on to her meet and greet stage and be able to do this?
Oh, it was a stage? So it wasn't even like, it wasn't even like it was just, a bunch of people around each other and then that just happened. So it was even, that's even worse if you think about it, because for them to be able to allow somebody to be able to climb onto another streamer's stage and do what they did, that's even worse, bro. That literally makes this whole situation worse, bro. But then again, Twitch, once again, with controversies that it's been having and all that, like, once again, I am really surprised Dan Clancy hasn't been fired, because he's been doing a terrible job. Like, worst CEO of all time, dude.
But we'll talk about that in just a second, because right now, Twitch is under fire. Twitch has been under fire for how many years? Let's see.
5 years now?
1, 2, 3. Forever. Twitch is not...
Honestly, ever since Dan Clancy's taken over, bro, I haven't gone a single day. Ever since Dan Clancy took over freaking Twitch, there hasn't been a single day where this freaking company hasn't been under fire, dude. Like, you didn't hear a lot about Twitch before this, outside of maybe popular streamers doing cool stuff or whatever, maybe a couple of bans here and there because streamers are doing dumb stuff. But ever since this dude took over, bro, it's been nothing but bad news for real, bro. It's been nothing but bad news.
Profitable. Did you know that? Despite generating billions every year, because of its horrible infrastructure and horrible marketing, Twitch is not profitable. And it's hard to feel any sympathy because they make decisions like this. This was the big news a couple days ago.
What?
People were talking about this streamer named Tiger, who was featured on the front page of Twitch, which I believe is either 12 or 13 plus. by the way?
It's 12 plus, 13 plus. Though at this point, it should just be 18 plus, because half the shit on there, kids shouldn't be seeing no how. And I know that they have on Twitch this whole feature where it's like, oh, it's for adults, so you can't click on it. But let's be real, kids are smart enough to know how to get around that shit. They know how to get around that.
This is a furry with a diaper fetish, and they're streaming as a furry model in a diaper, where they talk about these specific things. And I'm not one to shame anyone for their special interests, but is this Twitch partner material? Is this Twitch front page material? That's not being approved.
Honestly, if this was old Twitch, it probably would not have been allowed. But with Dan Clancy in charge and the stuff that's being allowed on Twitch in general these days, anything goes, bro. At this point, bro, not literally anything, but like anything goes. Like, you guys know what I mean by that. Like, at this point, anything goes, dude. Like, if it ain't stirring up controversy, you can damn near do enough. You could do it damn near about anything on there, dude. And you know what's crazy about this is VTubers specifically. If we're talking about VTubers specifically, like a lot of women VTubers or female VTubers, they can't even show their hips on stream for their model without having to worry about getting banned for some shit. Like, yeah, you can't even do that. But yeah, we got this kind of shit on Twitch, and they ain't banning it. Like, once again, the big problem with Twitch is you can get away with anything on Twitch as long as they deem it the right thing, kind of thing. It's like the rules apply to some people, but they don't apply to other people, based on, what Twitch is, I guess, trying to do. It's crazy, man. It really is. I've never seen this before, but then again, I don't watch Twitch. I watch YouTube and TikTok mostly, and every once in a blue moon I'll hop on Twitter. But yeah, that's crazy. No shame to whatever this person's nonsense is that they want to do, but I don't know if this would be something that would be on Twitch. But yeah, whatever. It is what it is. I could care less, but it's just one of those things, man, that just makes you think. It just makes you think, man.
Dude, this is ridiculous to put on the front page. And one of the main people kind of behind the force talking about this is XQC. And I don't have to play this clip.
Bro, I'm not surprised. XQC, he's going to be calling out Twitch for all their bullshit, especially considering that I think, there was some controversy between him and Twitch staff, or Twitch in general, which is why he left Twitch in the first place to go to Kick. There's something about it. I'm not surprised that XQC is talking about this.
Just look at his reaction right here. His face literally says it all. He's in disbelief. He cannot believe what he's watching on the front page. And understand, this person is a Twitch partner, which
really?
You have to apply for. It's very hard. I got rejected, not one.
So, I thought that was just, okay, so that's a Twitch, shit. I was say, yeah, Twitch partner is really hard to get, and honestly, sometimes I wonder if it's even worth it. I'm gonna be real. Sometimes I wonder if it's even worth it to be a Twitch partner. When it comes to me, because once again, the way that they pay out their streamers is just trash. Anyways, honestly, like I think it's 60-40 or some bullshit for payment versus like Kick, where it's like, what is it? 10. It's like 10% goes to Kick, 90 goes to the streamer, and then YouTube is like 50. No, YouTube is like 70-30, if I'm correct. I might be wrong on these numbers once again, but overall, with what's been going on with Twitch, plus how they treat their streamers, it's just, or at least how they treat their streamers that they don't care about. It's crazy, man. It's really crazy. Like, you could probably write a book on all the stuff that Twitch has been doing wrong ever since Dan Clancy has taken over, dude. It's bad. It's really bad. I never seen this, though, because I could care less about being Twitch partner, honestly. I'm affiliate right now, but I'm not partnered. But, you must stream in English and all that, yada, yada, yada. Stream 15 plus hours in the last 30 days. No violations, no warnings or suspensions. Spots are limited. Twitch aims to maximize fairness and opportunities to all Twitch partners. Participants are selected based on eligibility and criteria above. Accuracy of application entries with wrong email channel name or disqualified. If the partner has been featured on the front page recently, Partners can apply multiple times within the application window. The most recent submission is reviewed. Okay. I mean, it seems simple enough. I mean, it's simple enough to where anybody could technically be a Twitch partner, but it's really not that easy, to be honest. I've seen people talk about how they've applied over 1,000,000 times for this kind of thing, and they still get denied, even though they have sometimes over the required amount of having what they need to be a Twitch, partner. Though, to be honest, at this point, me personally, I don't think it's worth it. But seems simple enough, I guess.
Once, but twice before I became a Twitch partner. This person had their channel reviewed and approved to be a Twitch partner, and then they applied to be on the front page for promotion. And this again is an application. And they looked at this person's content and they said, yup, you are front page material for our, like I said, 12 or 13 plus website.
Kind of crazy work, dude.
Makes sense.
And the reason I say it's kind of crazy work is because, despite what a lot of people think, majority of the people who be watching Twitch are kids. Like, my younger brother watches Twitch a lot. Like, he's 17, but he's, once again, that's still underage. He's about to be 18. And, yeah. A lot of kids watch Twitch, dude, believe it or not. It ain't just adults that watch Twitch. It's kind of crazy work that they even allowed that to be on the front page.
And gentlemen, but the nerve of this individual who was called out, this tiger person, they had a response for XQC. Can you believe this?
XQC's watching. XQC, find something better to do. Dude, XQC's community is triggered. Listen, the day XQC's community is the litmus test of normalcy is the day I admit this is weird. Dude. Yeah, I think they were I don't know what to say. I don't know. They're weird. And they should be spending their stream making content for themselves.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't really care about either one of these two, but like, you're not gonna tell me that if you scrolled upon this, just randomly, like one day on Twitch, that you're not gonna do a double take. Like, straight up. You're not gonna tell me, that if you were just some random kid on Twitch, right? And normally you see gaming or people talking about stuff or whatever, you're not gonna tell me that you're not gonna do a double take if you see something like this, bro. I would. Once again, I've never seen this before. I would be doing a double take if I went onto Twitch one day and then this is on the front page. I would be doing a double take. I'd be like, are you serious? Like, this is, I'd be like, once again, not judging, but like one of those things I'd be like, really? I don't think XQC said anything. I think XQC kind of did what I was talking about earlier, where he looked at it, he did the double take, and then was like, you gotta be kidding me, man. Like, I don't know, man.
Not watching other people. Yeah, I don't know. That seems cringe to me. I'm out here doing my thing. That's okay. People can hate. It's boring. It's a boring way to spend your time that we don't have to sink ourselves down into. A lot of the haters today will be furries in the near future, I guarantee it, or they won't. I don't know. Maybe they'll just live sad lives forever. I don't know. But like we don't even have to, like, they're so beneath us. It's crazy.
Bro, saying that a lot of the people who are hating will become furries in the future is wild work, dude. Wild ass work, dude. I don't know, man. Shit. I don't really even know if I got an opinion on this or not. This is just another thing, I guess, to add to the, Twitch not beating the allegations shit. I don't know. Well, let's move on from this at this point, man, because I don't know. I don't got an answer to this.
It's like, it's almost like it doesn't even feel like real life. It's like NPCs, you know what I mean? It's like you don't feel bad running over the people in GTA, right? The haters are like those people running in GTA from your car. They mean nothing. They're like bugs on your windshield.
Like, look, buddy, it's weird. Like a lot of things involving fictional content, this is weird. It's okay for things to be weird, but is this front page Twitch content? Should it be? Absolutely not. And to say that he's the litmus test of whether or not something is weird or normal, and also saying people who have an issue with this are living sad lives and they're beneath you. This is absolutely ridiculous and narcissistic behavior. And as Asmongold says right here, fetish content should not be on Twitch, and to the extent that it is, it should be 18 plus verified users.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't have a problem with. It's like, yo, if you're gonna do something like this, make it to where it's like 18 plus. Like, for instance, like, let's say, you know, if you wanted to go on VR chat and stream the content on there, you know, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna make it to where that's 18 plus, or they're gonna mark it as 18 plus because, yeah, sometimes you can find or end up seeing like 18 plus stuff on VR chat. That's fun, but to have that on the front page to where everybody can see it, it ain't even like a warning or anything there for like, okay, this is for an adult audience. That's kind of crazy, dude.
The fact that this was on the front page is either a testament to how morally rotted or absolutely R-worded the Twitch moderation team is. And I kind of included the Tectone response because I don't want to look at this anymore. Like, again, I'm not going to sit here and morally grandstand, but like, dude, I don't want to look at like furry characters in diapers anymore. I've had enough. It's been a couple minutes already.
That's kind of weird shit, bro.
More than enough.
And
of course, people are...
It's one of those things where it's like, it's weird shit, but it's like, do what you do, but like Twitch should easily, like, with something like that, especially if it's a fetish or like something like that, that should easily be 18 plus. It's crazy that's even allowed on the front page of Twitch in the first place, but if they are gonna allow something like that, that's 18 plus. Easy, dude. Like, you should have a verified account if you're gonna be seeing something like that. A verified account that says you're 18 plus, like straight up, because that's not stuff kids need to be seeing, dude. That's not normal.
Projecting, seething, and lying. This person quoting Tectone, who's bringing complaints forward, and says the Twitch front page is based on your algorithm, Tectone.
That's kind of false, because I be seeing people on my Twitch algorithm sometimes that I don't even follow, like straight up, like stuff that I don't even care about or follow. I'll see that sometimes on my Twitch front page. I will see that sometimes on my Twitch front page. So that's kind of false. Now, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. And I don't know why everybody keeps trying to call Tectone gay. The dude has a damn girlfriend, dude. What the fuck? What are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
Chat, is this another gay cause situation? That is not how the front page works.
That's not, bro.
Highlighted front page. These are people who applied. This is literally shown to everyone who goes to the front page. It's not recommendations. This is a front page promotion. It has nothing to do with the algorithm.
Yeah, like for instance, take for instance back then when they had that whole artistic nudity shit that was going on Twitch, which they shut down real fast. You know, basically what ended up happening with that is a bunch of, you know, with that whole artistic nudity bullshit that they had going on, what ended up happening is a bunch of OF models ended up basically taking over the Twitch front page because they were getting a lot of views because, you know, a lot of them basically kind of skimped around the rules and basically were half naked on Twitch. Like, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. That around that time period, it was just a bunch of OnlyFans girls running around half naked on Twitch streaming themselves before Twitch finally shut that down. Don't even get me started with the art section or the VTuber section, bro. The shit was bad. And as far as I know, with my algorithm, you know, that's not the shit that, you know, has anything to do with what I watch on Twitch. Most of my stuff that I watch on Twitch is, not even most, all of it has something to do with gaming in some form or fashion. So, yeah. I don't know what bro's yapping about, but yeah.
They are promoting this content. And this absolute lie gets 5,000 likes. People are really that brainless on Twitter.com. But of course, this tiger person would be banned.
Yeah.
Not surprising.
No big surprise there.
But also not surprising. They were unbanned after 24 hours.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised about that either.
Other examples like...
I'm not surprised about that either, because, you know, you had that whole thing recently where Hassan got banned for doing some shit he did before. And they unbanned him literally a day later. Like, these bans, once again, when it comes to Twitch, it's like, they're not even really bans a lot of the time. They're not really bans. They're more like, you know, vacations for a lot of these people. They really are. And I don't know, man. I don't know about this person. I don't know what the relation is between Twitch staff and whatever, but yeah. I don't know. It's once again another one of those things, dude. Another one of those things.
Tone, we just mentioned him. He got a 2-week ban for calling Frogan fat. 2 weeks. This person got 24 hours. Interesting. But again, this was the focus of today's video. Let's go back to TwitchCon, okay? We got a little bit lost in the sauce there. That was the situation I wanted to cover, but we got kind of distracted with all the Collargate stuff. But TwitchCon is underway, and there's been a lot going on, including people like Asmongold, again, saying last year NMP was assaulted by another streamer and Twitch didn't press charges. I talked about this maybe a month ago, and I showed the clip, and I literally put a giant black rectangle on like the whole screen when it happened, and I still got demonetized. And they literally, YouTube showed me like, this is where you got demonetized, and it was a 1-second portion of my video, and it was when this freakazoid, let's just say, kissed NMP on the chest without any consent. And well, Twitch did not pursue any charges of any form against that person.
I'm not surprised.
And he says,
I'm not surprised in the slightest when it comes to this kind of thing. Because once again, I think I mentioned in the beginning of the video, VTubers specifically have been talking about the kind of stuff that be going on at freaking TwitchCon all the time, bro. They really do. And it's like a lot of them sometimes are scared to go because of the fact that a lot of assault or like sometimes even SA can happen there, and Twitch just doesn't do shit about it. And then here we are in 2025, you know, a lot of streamers like Asmongold, hell, even Hassan didn't want to go, and others, they basically just didn't go. And, you know, once again, in this scenario, you know, a lot of them were like, yo, don't go to TwitchCon right now because it's a lot of crazy stuff, not to mention all the stuff that happened last year. And, well, in this case, you know, Emaru went and she got assaulted. So here we are. It's like, here we are, dude. You can't say they weren't wrong.
Gold here. If you're a woman, I wouldn't feel comfortable going to this event. I'll go a step further. If you're a man, based on this clip alone, I wouldn't feel comfortable either. And given the
just anything, bro,
on Twitch that is promoted, I wouldn't feel comfortable going to TwitchCon. Absolutely not. They host a bunch of people who spread violent rhetoric in their communities, are filled with people who endorse political violence and justify violent rhetoric all the time. How would anyone feel safe at TwitchCon? But of course, Dan Clancy was on top of this, telling all these people, don't worry, we have a zero tolerance policy. We take security very seriously.
No, y'all don't. Stop lying, dude. Let's just stop the cap. Let's stop the cap, bro. You do not give a single... You just don't care, bro. Like, you do not care. Stop it. Get this PR nonsense out of here, dude. If y'all really cared, this shit would not be happening as often as it does. Ever since this dude has taken over, bro, TwitchCon has just been a mess. It's just been a mess, dude. I haven't seen a single year where I won't scroll sometimes on Twitter or somewhere where somebody's not complaining about how bad TwitchCon is. I haven't seen it, bro. Because it's just that bad. Like, once again, there's so many points on the graph, and every single year there's always somebody talking about how they were SA'd or assaulted or something happened to them at TwitchCon. But yet you got Dan Clancy out here lying out of his ass talking about we got a zero tolerance policy and we take our security seriously. No, you don't. Obviously not. And especially this year. Obviously your security either is ass or you just guys don't take it seriously at all, because somehow some dude was able to not only walk through somebody else's meet and greet, but not only walk through that meet and greet, walk over to Emiru's meet and greet and do whatever he did. Which is fucking wild, dude.
Apparently not. Because some freak was able to go up and assault Emiru live during a meet and greet at TwitchCon. And, you know, I'm not some security expert, but we're going to watch a clip, and it looks really bad.
Oh, shit, they got footage? Oh, it's over then. We're about to see what happened right here.
Observe the settings and
Let me
how
see
this
this.
guy got up there.
Let me
how
see
this
this.
guy got so close. And how this guy was able to do what he did.
Because I only heard about what happened, you know, from people just from word of mouth that were there. I didn't actually see any footage yet. This is my first time seeing footage, so let's see how this went.
Before finally someone came in and shoved him away. It's ridiculous. Just watch the clip.
Let me see this bullshit. Bro, what? How did they even make it? Okay, first of all, I'm looking at this. How the hell did that dude... That's basically SA, by the way, that guy just did. But how did that dude even make it past all these people without anybody stopping that? How did that even just happen? That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. How did that even happen, dude?
Whoa.
And where's the rest of security at? Why is that the only dude? Bruh, nah, the fact that there's even footage of what just happened here, y'all are cooked, dude. Where's the rest of the security at?
Yeah, man, I'm sorry. That is absolutely inexcusable.
Hold on. Security pushes the perpetrator away, then turns back and allows the man to walk away. Where did that happen? Let me see. That's ridiculous. Let me see this.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no security taking him out of here or nothing. They literally just dragged him off, and then he's just walking and roaming around free. Like, what? Nah, bro. Y'all security's ass, bro. He should be getting escorted off the property. How the fuck is he even allowed in the building still, dude? Y'all security's some ass, dude. What the hell?
What the f was that?
How did that even happen?
Yeah, man, I'm sorry. That is absolutely inexcusable. There's
Bro,
no way
what?
this guy should have gotten to the point that he did. The lack of security is alarming. How would anyone, like I said earlier, female or male?
Bro, that shouldn't even been possible, bro. I've seen events with security before, dude. And trust me when I say there's no way with the events I've been to, like with voice actors and whatnot, the security, there's no way, dude. Bro, there's no way. There's no way in hell that this would have happened at the conventions I've been to. It wouldn't have even gotten to this point because normally when it comes to meet and greets, they have like walls up next to the meet and greets so that there's only one way in and one way out. And they usually have the security, I guess, standing near the whoever the hell it is, maybe the voice actor or whoever's there, so that there's no way something like this could even happen. Like, bro, what the fuck? And then the worst part is, it's not only did the security come in late to stop this dude, but then they just let him walk around after he just got done doing that. They like shove him away, and then after that, he's still walking around free in the convention. Like, what? Nah, bro.
Feel safe at TwitchCon.
That's so
Who would
bad.
Feel safe here?
That's
This guy
bad, dude.
Waltzed his way onto the meet and greet and grabbed her. What is the excuse? How does this happen? It's absolutely ridiculous.
That's bad, dude.
This is repugnant. This is a failure of security, and I will say it over and over again.
That's
and
really
also,
bad.
The security, these
And honestly, I'm gonna be real. The security dude, the moment that dude even stepped on stage and wasn't like an actual staff member or something like that, the moment that guy even stepped on stage, they should have already been on his ass. There's no way that dude should even been able to walk on the stage, let alone do what he did. Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
security. What did he do? Did he take the guy down? No. He gave him a light shove. Like, get out of here, buddy. What are you doing? It's absolutely insane. And according to NMP, apparently the guy got away.
I'm not surprised. They let him get away. I'm not surprised that he got away. With just the video footage that we got, the security straight up just, pulled him away from, the stage and then just let him walk around. Yeah, look at that right there. They let him walk around back in the main area, no escort out, nothing, bro. Like, how? Yeah, I'm not surprised the dude got away. Like, bro, this is so bad. This bro. After this, I'll be really surprised if any streamer decides to go to freaking TwitchCon after this, bro. Because this is huge, dude. And the reason this is huge is because there's already been reports of this kind of stuff happening before. But this is the first time where somebody's got video evidence of this happening to a streamer, a female streamer at that. Shouldn't be happening to anybody, but once again, a lot of the times when I see, controversy when it comes to this, a lot of the time, it's women who are usually the ones getting either assaulted or, essayed or whatever at this event specifically, like with TwitchCon. And this is the first video I've seen so far where we actually got to see it happen in 4K. Meanwhile, you got Dan Clancy lying out of his ass again, talking about our security being good and how we have a no tolerance policy. Apparently fucking not, dude, because this shit just happened in 4K. And this video, you bet $50. You can bet your ass that this video is everywhere right now, bro. Everywhere. I'm betting every news source, everybody's probably got this video right now. Everyone.
The guy got away.
How,
dude? Is that not insane? Is that not disturbing? Going further, some people are claiming that he might have had a weapon.
Yeah, that's a knife.
Now, of course, that
is a knife. That looks like a knife. That looks like a switchblade. Hold on. Rewind that.
Disturbing. Going further, some people are claiming that he might have had a weapon.
Yeah, that's a switchblade. I can barely see it. It looks blurry, but I think that looks like a switchblade. That looks like a knife. Of course,
this is an allegation. It's very hard to see with this slow motion. It's very blurry.
That looks like a knife, dude.
A lot of people are bringing this up.
That looks like a switchblade.
An actual weapon.
How, dude?
And I'm going to pause this here and say something. A lot of people focus on, like, angry people showing up to conventions, which is a very real fear, right? You don't want someone who thinks you're the worst person ever showing up and trying to hurt you at a convention.
And see, that's the dangerous thing about this. Because of the rhetoric that is allowed on Twitch, it's one of those things, because of the rhetoric that is allowed on Twitch, that if somebody doesn't like you as a streamer, or like, let's say they, maybe you criticize one of their favorite streamers or something like that, and maybe the fans didn't like it. Then what could happen here is what probably would have almost happened here, I guess, in this scenario, where they would show up, like, let's say they hear that you are showing up to TwitchCon. What could possibly happen here is these guys could show up at TwitchCon and try to assault or hurt you while you're there because they don't like that you, I guess, said something about their favorite streamer or some shit like that. That's how dangerous it is, dude. And we already know that Emiru, she already talked about the H3 and, Hassan nonsense. That was 2 months ago, but hey, shit. Who's to say that this wasn't a dude who doesn't like her because of that scenario? Like, once again, that take it with a grain of salt. I don't think that's the case. I think this is just some whack job in general. This is probably just some random whack job, but, like, just think about that, though. That there's a possibility that when you, as a streamer, show up to this, that some person from another person's chat who probably doesn't like you, potentially, could show up and try and do something like this. That is insane. And the fact that the security didn't stop this shit from even happening until it was too late. Like, bro, that is pretty bad, dude. That is pretty damn bad.
But you also have to really, really worry about the people who are obsessed in the other direction. The people who are parasocial to a very unhealthy extent. I feel like that is what we're witnessing right here. And that is something that is very, very...
Well, parasocial viewers are some of the most insane people on that planet, bro. They really are. They are some of the most insane people on the planet. Like, these people, They think they own you for real, like straight up. These people who are parasocial to, I guess YouTubers or Twitch streamers, especially female Twitch streamers, these people think they own you for real. They really do. That's why you'll have some streamers literally talking about that the only relationship they will have with their chatters is them being the entertainer and them being the ones getting entertained, and that's as far as it goes. Like a lot of streamers have to make that shit clear because unfortunately we live in a day and age, especially right now, where a lot of these Twitch streamers, they'll go on streams or whatnot, especially female ones, and you have these chatters, these parasocial chatters who are so obsessed with this person. It's like obsessed to the max, like K-pop type shit, like. And they're crazy, dude. These people are crazy. Like these people are the type of people that will send money to you on Twitch, and then in their head they think, oh, because I sent money to this Twitch streamer, they might want to date me or some bullshit or whatever. Like it's that bad. Like you think I sound crazy, but we had that whole scenario happening with Pokemon a lot back in like 2016, 2017. It was bad, dude. It was really bad. Like there was a meme even surrounding that kind of thing called like, that's why the whole meme is like the tier 3 or tier 4 simps. Because it's that bad. Like it's like fuck me, dude. I hope Emru is okay. That's all I gotta say right now. That's all I gotta say right now. I just hope that she's okay, but I know for a fact she's never going to TwitchCon after this. I think that was announced earlier, and yeah, TwitchCon's got a lot of explaining to do, because not only did the person get past security and was able to do this, but then the person who even did the assault wasn't even escorted off the premises and got away. Crazy, dude.
Disturbing and alarming and dangerous. And the fact that Twitch is not aware of this, especially with someone like Emiru, who is a very popular female streamer, this stuff, they should be on high alert 24/7, looking out for stuff.
Shit, honestly, this is another reason you should become a VTuber, bro. Honestly, like, I know this is off topic, but this is also another reason why, especially we'll see a lot with, female streamers, especially, where you'll see them, become VTubers, because then when it comes to events like this, they don't have to go. They'll just have somebody show up with their tablet or something with them on it, on a screen or something. They don't have to worry about all of that. They don't have to worry about this kind of bullshit happening. And they get to stay anonymous at the same time. Like, it's crazy, dude. It's a crazy world we live in.
Stuff like this. It is very, very odd. But things get even more disturbing when you realize that Emiru recently talked about Twitch banning her personal security detail from TwitchCon.
I don't think that's true. Okay, maybe I should talk about this, whatever, who cares. I had a security guard 2 years ago where there was a guy following me around TwitchCon, and he like asked him to stop multiple times. My guard asked him and the guy wouldn't stop, so he grabbed the guy, but he didn't like hurt him. He was just holding the guy until like the con security came. And then for some reason they're like, yeah, because your security guard touched him, he's like perma-banned from the venue forever.
You can't make this shit up. So let me get this straight. She brought her own security guard to keep her safe at this ridiculously not even understaffed. I'm not going to say that because they're not. This really, really, I can't even, like, a shitty event, basically. And they banned the security guard, but they didn't ban the dude who was following her around. You can't make this shit up, dude. Bruh. Honestly, at this point, if you're a female streamer, bro, don't even, bro. Don't even go to TwitchCon at this point, because it's pretty obvious that these idiots ain't got their priorities straight. Like I said before, there's always been people who've been talking about this kind of stuff happening. Especially when it comes to, female streamers, bro. But to see the shit on screen and then to even see her even talk about how they banned the security guard but didn't ban the dude who was following her around, Like, that is insane, dude. They're cooked, bro. The TwitchCon is fucking cooked.
But he didn't even hit him or anything. He just like held him while they waited for like the police to come. And what the and it was like my favorite security guard. I can't have him at TwitchCon anymore. I was just like, okay, like it was so sad.
Yeah, that's right. Twitch, who's looking out for the security of their Twitch streamers, is banning their own security of these same streamers because they actually do their jobs.
Yeah, it's
Unlike,
done.
Pushy shovey guy who doesn't actually like perform any security detail other than just shoving a guy after he already made physical contact with the person he's supposed to be protecting.
Yeah.
They're banning
Bro, like, imagine if that was like how the president was. Like, imagine the president's security detail being like that shit. Where they allow some random dude to get so close to the president to where he's touching the president before the security, even gets to him and gets the guy out of there. Imagine that kind of shit happening. Now, obviously, Imiru is not the president, but, like, that's kind of like, when it comes to these events, dude, that's kind of like what you gotta think about, bro. And especially in the day and age we live in right now, once again, with Twitch's environment and the kind of, stuff they allow, the kind of rhetoric they allow, that's the kind of way you gotta think about it, bro, because there's no way that dude should have been able to do what he did. There's no way you could do... There's no way. Like, imagine your favorite voice actor's security detail being something like how TwitchCons is, bro. Where some dude or somebody who doesn't like him is able to do what they just did to, Emiru in this case, I guess, in this scenario. That would be fucking insane, dude. And that security detail would be fired. Your whole entire job is to make sure that nobody's able to get close enough to harm or harass this person. And not only do you not protect the person, but they even get close enough to where they're even able to almost do something, bro. That's crazy.
Security like that, and they think they're protecting people like Emiru or any streamer at TwitchCon. What are we doing? Like, literally, what are we doing? But, of course, with Emiru and really anyone at TwitchCon, things keep getting worse. There's been some discussions about whether or not some people had to attend the meet and greets in order to uphold contracts. This is a bit confusing and a bit open-ended, but what I'm kind of gathering, a lot of people are gathering from this clip, is a really, really bad look for Twitch.
So I had to cancel my meet and greet because of the stuff, but in order to, I can't cancel my meet and greet and not cancel her show because of the fact that the reason I cancel my meet and greet is I don't want to be in the same place for 2 hours because of people being weird.
Okay.
And then I'm under contract with them, so I can't cancel one and not cancel the other.
Interesting. Oh.
So, basically, Twitch is kind of saying, this is my interpretation of what just happened here. Twitch is basically saying, if you're going to cancel your meet and greet, then you're going to have to cancel the other event that you're trying to go to. Because if we can't make money off of you, then nobody can. Also, that McDonald's looks really similar to the one that I have in my neighborhood. It looks really similar. Kind of. It's missing some things, but that's kind of crazy. And once again, you can't make this shit up. She even talked about it there. The reason she didn't want to be in there, for a long period of time is because of all the weird people in there. She didn't want to stand there for 2 hours when you got weirdos that be wandering around TwitchCon. It's crazy, dude. It's freaking crazy.
Oh.
I'm sorry,
I kept my meet and
Emmy.
greet because I wanted to keep my show. Surely it'll be
I'm
fine.
sorry, Emmy.
I'm sure everyone will be nice.
So yeah, that's Twitch in a nutshell. They say they're going to protect content creators at TwitchCon. And, well, when rubber hits the road, popular streamers that make them millions of dollars, by the way, Emiru has made them millions of dollars, when they are a featured guest at a meet and greet that apparently, allegedly, they were forced to do, they then get assaulted live on stage because of the lack of security that Twitch provided them while denying them their own personal security detail that they wish they could have had.
And that's the crazy thing. Like, there was like, what, maybe one security guard up in there, bro. Whenever I go to these, anime conventions or whatnot, there's usually like 3 to 4 security guards whenever a VA is present. There's usually 3 to 4 security guards whenever there's a voice actor or something present, just to stop this kind of shit from happening. Versus Twitch and their one security guard who probably wasn't even paying attention and allowed this weirdo to do whatever the hell he tried to do. Bro, that's fucking insane, dude. That's wild.
It's just mind-boggling. Like I said earlier, whether you're a female content creator or a male content creator, how do you feel safe at TwitchCon?
You don't, bro.
They cannot promise.
They can't promise shit.
And again, it's also the environment they have fostered. It's not just the pure socialism. It's also the hateful rhetoric. There are so many dangers surrounding this whole thing. It's actually crazy. But here's another clip of apparently a better view of the guy who assaulted Emiru. You can see him right here in the plaid shirt right here.
Yeah, there he is right there. That's the dude.
That's
Same
the guy.
shirt. Just wandering around.
The guy who assaulted her live on stage.
Just wandering around free. No security, no nothing. Just walked out.
He didn't run out. He walked out.
That's crazy,
what
dude.
What are we doing? How does this happen? This is actually insane. But, of course, Twitch, feeling the heat, has come out with a link.
Yeah, get this PR statement out of here, man. Get this PR statement out of here, bro. Y'all security's ass. Y'all security's ass. They only doing this shit now because they're feeling the heat. It's too late for that, bro. It's too late for that.
The statement saying, the safety and security of all those attending TwitchCon is our highest priority. The behavior displayed by the individual involved in the incident yesterday involving a high-profile streamer was completely unacceptable and deeply upsetting. In line with existing TwitchCon security protocols, law enforcement and event security were on site and responded to the incident.
No, they didn't.
We immediately blocked this individual from returning to the TwitchCon premises, and they are banned indefinitely from Twitch, both online and in-person events. We are coordinating with the impacted creators team and, per our standard protocols, continue to cooperate with any law enforcement investigations. We have increased security at the meet and greet attendee check-in points and will have additional security personnel surrounding participating streamers. If you're RSVP...
See, now why didn't they do this shit before? Because this is like, as far as the conventions I've been to, this is standard practice. For like, you know, whenever they're doing, you know, meet and greets with, voice actors. Is only one person's allowed to be walking up in there. And as far as the table is concerned, or whatever it is that the VA or whatever special guest is there is concerned, only one person at a time. And they have like 4 to 5 security guards, you know, making sure that nobody's able to just walk through. Not to mention they usually have like some sort of barrier or whatever to make it harder for somebody to even do what they're trying to do. If they were to try and do that. Versus TwitchCon, where apparently you can just walk on stage right with the streamer and like, bro, what the frick? Twitch needs to stop with the PR bullshit, bro. It's done. It's so done. They're cooked.
For a meet and greet, please
they're
note
fucking
that we are
cooked,
unable
dude.
to accommodate +1s for the remainder of the event. Twitch has a zero tolerance for
dude.
for harassment or acts that inhibit the safety and security.
My ass, dude.
I love
the fucking bullshit.
Law enforcement and security
were
on
ass.
site and responded.
They didn't respond to shit, dude.
You guys saw that, right? The dude literally just pushed him away and then just backed up like he was some, like,
they didn't
bro at a bar fight or something. Pursue him. Stop him. We just saw a
like, I'm letting you know right now, if this was any event that I've been to so far, if this kind of thing happened, not only would the person be arrested for even doing that shit, but they'd be walked off the premises and probably press charges against for doing something like that. Or at least something, bro. But these idiots, they didn't do shit at this TwitchCon shit, bro. Hell no. They didn't put shit up for security. These guys are ass.
Clip of this guy casually
just walking on the stage, dude.
after assaulting one of your biggest streamers, someone who makes you millions upon millions of dollars.
That's bad, dude.
For shame. For shame. You see people like Asmongold saying, I look forward to discussing the veracity of the statement tomorrow. I'm sure he will.
Jeez.
And some people said no women should go to Twitch or TwitchCon.
Yeah. He literally tried to warn people beforehand. Literally, we just saw the... Bruh. Go back to that. Hold up. Go back here. Go back here. Where is that one? Where's that clip? He literally... Oh, that's not the clip. But I don't know. I'm probably... Wait, I think this... Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, no, he literally called this shit, bro.
The Tectone...
He literally called this shit happening. Yeah, look at this. He literally called this. Last year, NMP and Wake were, essayed by a streamer, and Twitch didn't press any charges or pursue any form of legal action against them. If I was a woman, I would never go to TwitchCon. Bro, it's coming full circle, dude. It's all full circle. Like, bro, you can't even make this up. It's done.
Something. Pursue him. Or to discussing the
It's
veracity
done, bro.
of the statement tomorrow. I'm sure he will.
It's done.
And some people said no women should go to Twitch or TwitchCon. And he said, I tried saying this and to warn people, but I was accused of victim blaming. Hopefully the virtue signaling was worth more victims. Twitch alone is responsible for this. With how lax they have been with security, anybody could have seen this happening.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
He was, by the way, he was a...
Once again, I've only heard stories. I've never seen what TwitchCon has looked like or how they do things. But now that I've seen how they do things and how garbage their security is, yeah, nah, fuck that. Hell no. Hell no, bro. There's no way. Hell no.
attacked for that tweet we showed earlier in this video, where he said something like this with NMP is going to happen to a female streamer. And it happened. And he was called a victim blamer, a misogynist, all sorts of things, but he was right.
He was right. Dude was right. Dude was literally right. And once again, I think I talked about this in the beginning of the video, where I was talking about how I saw this incident happen, or not happen, or I saw people talk about this incident before on TikTok, and you had a bunch of dumbasses in the comments talk about how they hate how they're agreeing with Asmongold and how he was right. The virtue signalers are fucking around and finding out. Jesus Christ, you guys are idiots, bro. These idiots, man. Like, these idiots... I know this is off topic, but they, like... These people have Asmongold and hate him so much rent-free in their heads to the point where they're out here disagreeing with shit, not even knowing that he's right. And then when he's right, then it's like, oh, fuck, he was right, but I still hate the fact that he's right because I don't like him. Like, what? You guys look stupid.
Unfortunately, he was right, and this happened with Emiru.
Oh my
Here's
lord,
Tectone
bro.
saying, if you're attending TwitchCon, please walk out. There's many other things to do in San Diego. It is unsafe there. Twitch staff and Dan Clancy are incompetent.
Yeah.
And then Kick made this response.
And there it is, bro. Kick is gonna take any opportunity that they can to shit on Twitch, bro. They're already catching up. As far as everything's going, they're already catching up. There's a reason why, once again, a lot more Twitch streamers especially are more shifting towards Kick more than Twitch. Because it's all bad, bro. Like, look at this. You got the Dan Clancy shit. I don't know. I don't know what this is supposed to mean. I don't know what this is supposed to mean, but you got Dan Clancy. I don't know what this is all about. The shot caller bullshit. We all know about that. This nonsense. And then obviously Hassan, bro. Like, they can't be real right now. They can't be real right now. It's like it's all piling up, bro, and it just keeps getting worse. Now you can add Emeru and what just happened to this list of stupid shit that happened with Twitch. Like it's all been this whole year has just been a shit show for them.
Yeah, that's why they're growing faster than Twitch. That's why Twitch is on a downward arrow and Kick is on an upward arrow.
Jesus
It
Christ,
shouldn't
dude.
really be that way. Like Twitch should be the dominant streaming force, but they just make every mistake possible.
Every
And they allow
mistake, dude.
competitors to basically just
Clown on them.
not be the worst and somehow grow. That is the situation. Very disturbing what we're dealing with here involving TwitchCon and Twitch. And what else to say? But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics
Crazy,
in the comment section
dude.
down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Crazy
It's
work.
Chris here.
Some crazy work, dude. Twitch is cooked, man. They're freaking cooked. There's no way, there's no ifs or buts about this kind of thing. They're freaking cooked. They're freaking cooked. This should not have been able to happen. To Emeru, let alone anybody, bro. Like, I don't care who or what, you know, as far as streaming is concerned. I don't know. I don't care if you like the streamer or not, but this should not have been allowed to happen. And the fact that it was, the fact that we even got to see a video of how bad this is. Also, my cousin's dog is out here. Hold on. Hold on a sec. Yeah, my cousin's dog. No, whenever she leaves or anything like that, I don't know. I guess the dog gets really attached or whatnot. But my cousin should be back soon, so they'll take care of whatever they gotta do. But German Shepherd, by the way, for anybody wanting purebred. But either way, fact is that the fact that this even happened in the first place is crazy, dude. It's wild, and there's like, bro. The year's about to be over, and I already know that this isn't the end. There's going to be some more bullshit that happens. And this event's like from the 17th to the 19th. That means there's still a whole more day. There's one more day of bullshit that could possibly happen at this event. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but knowing TwitchCon, we're probably going to hear some stories. We're probably going to hear some stories about how bad it was this year. And yeah, every single year, this platform just keeps going down the shitter for real. But either way, that's going to do it. You know, and leave your comments down below, bro. Holy crap, bro. Yeah, y'all, TwitchCon's cooked.